Alright guys, how y'all doing tonight? Once again, this is the Club with the Man 1993. I am not going to be including my tree in this video, unfortunately. Out of respect to the fact that, I'm sure like myself and a lot of other fans right now are definitely heartbroken by the very, very sudden death of John Huber, formerly known as, of course, Brody Lee, and Luke Harper here in WWE. If you do want my thoughts on Huber, please be sure to check out my video that I posted about a half an hour ago. I'd say it was. My thoughts are there. But before we start this stream, I would like to kindly ask for just a moment of silence as we do remember the life of John Huber. Thank you guys. Okay, so originally I was going to treat this SmackDown review just like I did for my NXT and AEW reviews. Just watching the highlights, not going to give it a grade. Just going to recap of what happened. But instead, I'm actually going to review this show. Because I actually went back and watched some more in-depth highlights of this show, because based off of the reports and the reactions and the ratings, I felt that a show like this deserved to be talked about more in depth than just a recap. This was probably one of the better Christmas wrestling shows that has happened in WWE history. And part of the reason why? Because of the ratings. This show alone, in the first hour, hit about 4 million viewers. Which is crazy. Crazy! Knowing the crappy, situation wrestling is in right now with no real audience, with no, they're not having consistent storytelling. Because again, let me tell you, SmackDown, when it's on with what they got, they are really on. Raw right now feels like a hopeless cause. SmackDown, you've got Roman Reigns, who's being one of your best acts possible. You have Sasha Banks, who's in that one movie or TV series right now, and she's doing the best she can, of course, as SmackDown Women's Champion. You got Big E, who's being booked as like a new rising single star. Even though I've given SmackDown some grief for a couple weeks as well, it's been good one week, then not good the other week, it has more going for it. And to get about 4 million viewers in the first hour on Christmas, a night that, is one of the deadest nights, the slowest nights, really, for wrestling. I don't know, because of, of the pandemic or what, but it's like, people could be watching Christmas specials, or like, other, like basketball or something on Christmas Day. And instead, they watched this episode of SmackDown, and it got 4 million viewers in the first hour. Only about 2.5 for the second hour, but an average of 3.3 million. Last time we got this high ratings on any show was on the SmackDown on Fox debut last October when The Rock showed up. And we got a lot of viewers there. And then it just went down, 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 down. But here, look at that. And a show like this deserved it. Because this was an excellent show. We had 3 title matches. It was a 4th match. Can't remember what it was. But, 3 title matches. And they were all, either they were amazing, like the opening match, decent, like the women's tag match, or good, like the main event, but the moment the main event had just made it special, for sure. So that's why this episode actually got an actual grade. It's actually going to be talked about like it was a normal review. It's not going to be just a recap like my other two streams have been earlier today. So we're going to actually review SmackDown tonight and talk about it. So let's get the ball rolling. What is up, T and Couponer? And I believe from past years, I have a kind of good memory with some friends, so do not judge this. I believe today's your birthday, my friend. So if that is the case, happy birthday to T and Couponer. Very good and very loyal subscriber to me for several years now. And if so, T and Couponer, again, thank you as always. You're a great friend. Many great wishes to you for the coming year for you as well. So how am I? Again, other than the shock of Broylee's death, I'm doing pretty good. SmackDown was with huge ratings, 4.0 first hour, 3.0 overall. Hope they can keep it up. They have to prove that, of course. I mean, I'm not sure how they got so lucky on, of all days, Christmas. I think that it I want to see if this can continue to keep those higher ratings for sure. Again, capitalize on this, WWE. Don't be, full of your egos and go back to, doing, just literally nothing. Capitalize on this. Keep the ball rolling to keep getting ratings like that for SmackDown. Keep it going. He was happy he was off to watch this. Good for you, for sure. Thank God Sammy is not IC champion, as Tyler says. T and Cooper gave it an A-. Tyler didn't give it a grade. And it is my birthday. Thank you very much, Mike. Of course, man. I do that for any of my good friends. I definitely, make them feel good for their birthdays. Acknowledge that, as you guys definitely deserve for all your great support, as always, you've given me. But let's roll into the show, and let's talk about it. So we open up the show with the Universal Championship Steel Cage match between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. Obviously, they're trying to, give this rematch because, one, the match on Sunday at TLC was freaking awesome that they had. There was that. There's also, of course, now playing the storyline. Obviously, again, here's the thing. Roman Reigns, the way he's booked, even though he has Jey Uso in his corner, Roman Reigns still showing, though, with or without Jey Uso, Roman is still believable to still be able to beat someone on his own. So obviously, this match was meant to keep anyone else out and let Owens and Reigns go at it. And like I said on Sunday, these two have excellent chemistry. Even their feud was way overdone at the end of 2016 into early 2017. What still made their matches were still excellent, and I kept saying what will make them just a little bit better is if Kevin Owens was not booked like a coward. And you know what? Again, Kevin Owens was not booked like a coward, and he put on a freaking awesome match. So great near falls. So great close moments. Again, as Roman Reigns does, making him look awesome, but also making Kevin Owens look great. And it looked like believable that Kevin Owens had plenty of opportunities where he could have won the match, just coming up short. Some great near falls again with a pop-up powerbomb. Kevin Owens also hit a fisherman buster on Roman Reigns from the top rope. We got that. A stunner, Superman punch. Reigns, of course, kicked out of that stunner. I think Owens kicks out of a spear also, which is starting to show that the spear is not as big of a finishing move for Roman anymore. It's been mainly that guillotine that he's been locking in. And then, of course, there's just a trash talk that, these two gave each other again, with Roman Reigns being excellent. Again, what's making Roman's matches much more interesting is that not only is he awesome, wrestling, but he's awesome telling the story because you can freaking hear what he's saying, and there's the trash he's talking to Owens, just how Owens just isn't staying down, and how, Owens, may be out wrestling him, but Roman, the smarter guy here, as he's trying to emphasize. So, the spear, Roman's still growing frustrated, called for the door, Owens blocking, grabbing the ankle. Owens then smashes the door on Reigns and then smashes his head into the chain link, and then it's coming close for Owens to win. Jey Uso is even at the door, and Owens kicks the door open and knocks Jey out of the way. But then Roman manages to pull Owens back inside, a super kick connecting off the rope into a powerbomb, a Superman punch, spear, and then Reigns eats the cage, and Owens hits a stunner. He then goes to crawl to the door, Owens, and it looks like he has it wrapped up here. But then Jey Uso happened to grab Owens' hand from the other side of the cage, handcuffed the cage, and handcuffed Kevin Owens to the cage. And Owens' feet were outside the door, dangling there, just missing the ground. He's this freaking close, looking like he's gonna win. And then, as he's trying to get his feet to the ground, and he just can't quite reach, Roman just gets up there, starts smiling and smirking, and he's just walking down the steel steps one by one to gloat and rub it in that Kevin Owens, may have won the battle out wrestling him. But he lost the war. And Roman Reigns just steps both his feet on the ground, and he wins the steel cage rematch against Kevin Owens. Again, just another awesome match. As I said before, when these two who have excellent chemistry, and when one's not being booked like a coward, they can put on some of the best wrestling matches you can ask for. Again, just watch this match, and even watch, of course, that TLC match from Sunday. Freaking awesome. Definitely, in my opinion, match of the year candidates, which we'll talk about those type of videos in another video that I'm going to try to do sometime this week. So we have that. Asuka and Charlotte Flair, of course, come out. Because, yes, remember, now that they're women's tag champs, they can go everywhere they want. So back to Charlotte Flair being on every single shows. And, they introduce themselves, they're back as champions, and out comes Bayley, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, and Carmella. They come out, and they basically all cut promos, blah, blah, blah. Sets up for a triple threat women's tag team championship elimination match. So it was Asuka and Charlotte Flair champions taking on Bayley and Carmella, and Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. In a decent match, but once again, these are random tag teams just thrown together, because there really is no real women's tag teams at all, for this women's division, unfortunately. Bayley and Carmella were first eliminated after Sasha hit a frog splash onto Bayley, I believe it was. So then it gets down to, of course, just, Bianca, Sasha, and Asuka and Charlotte. There was some close near falls. And then, for some reason, Sasha and Bayley and Carmella were still at ringside, trying to cause distractions, though. I forgot how Sasha got basically, stuck out of the match. But Asuka and Charlotte won by Charlotte hitting the natural selection on Bianca Belair. So that's 2 weeks in a row Bianca's taken a pin, which kind of concerns me. But the match is still decent. Of course, we figured the tag champs won it. I don't know who the heck's going to take those championships off of them, but like I said, those titles are so irrelevant. Backstage, we have the Street Profits hyping up the rest of tonight's show when they hear Sami Zayn complaining to another crew member about having to defend his title in a lumberjack match. They basically try to say they got Sami a gift. He's like, "Oh, you did? Awesome! I'm sorry. What is it?" And it's a T-shirt. It's Sami Zayn's T-shirt that he's now wearing, saying, "I am the Intercontinental Champion," in the very plain text that I don't get who on earth is going to buy that off of WWE Shop for $30 for a shirt that looks like anybody can make. Instead, this shirt had tape on it saying, "I was the Intercontinental Champion," which of course Sami Zayn does not like. And then we have, here was the match I forgot, I'm sorry. Daniel Bryan Daniel Bryan versus Jey Uso. Jey Uso came up for a match and attacked him. Him and Bryan had a pretty good back and forth match again. Bryan eventually would win with a flying knee. We'll get into Daniel. Well, actually, we can get into him now since the rest of the show is having to do with it. So, Daniel Bryan, I can't remember if it was actually on the show or if it was from his Talking Smack promo. Daniel Bryan is the first person to announce his entrance into the Royal Rumble. Which at first I was like, damn it, why? Because I wanted to see Rumble be where we see Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. But, and this is a big but, I am crossing my fingers and hoping that this means with Bryan entering the Rumble, we are going to see Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. I'm still hoping for that. Originally, about a month ago or a couple weeks ago, I think it was, I heard a rumor through a friend. He read somewhere online that a rumored match for WrestleMania is actually Big E versus Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship. Which they do that, awesome. Because in a couple gauntlet matches, I know Bryan's been in since he's returned from injuries. Even while he was a heel, also, him and Big E had some pretty good matches and had some really good chemistry. So I was actually all for that. But now, first off, I have no clue who Roman's going to face now at the Rumble. Maybe they'll do Goldberg and get Reigns and Goldberg. I would rather see that Rumble than Mania. But now that Bryan's in the Rumble, and the promo he cut on Talking Smack, the story about how he has not yet won a Royal Rumble match. And heck, he even said he's ever won a Battle Royale. And he's saying that this could be his last chance. And to be fair, I agree. This may be Bryan's last chance to win a Rumble. I feel like this may be the last year of Daniel Bryan. Again, as a Daniel Bryan #1 fan, again, one of Miss Daniel Bryan's a hero. I personally feel like, as a fan, I feel satisfied with Daniel Bryan's run and his career. This may be it for him. Because what does he really have left to do in WWE, in wrestling in general? I still would say, because his contract is supposed to be expiring this year. The only match he has not had is a match with Roman Reigns I want to see. Well, take that back. If they do want to do a feud with him and Seth Rollins, I'm completely game for that also. I think that would be an excellent feud. Because they haven't had a one-on-one pay-per-view match. And with how good chemistry those two have and how good they're friends in real life, I think those two definitely should have a one-on-one match in WWE. But as far as WrestleMania, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, ooh, I don't care who wins that. That with the correct dynamics is going to be awesome. And all they have to do is go back to that 2015 Rumble match with the storyline. It's all they have to do. And it'll come full circle here if Daniel Bryan wins the 2021 Royal Rumble. Just like that easy from this promo, Daniel Bryan is definitely one of the biggest favorites now to win that Royal Rumble match. And quite frankly, I think he should win this one. If they're going to tell that story, he should win this Royal Rumble match. And go to WrestleMania and have that classic with Roman Reigns with the correct dynamics. So, that's what I'm hoping comes out of this Rumble match. Because I'm going to say this right now. I will be very, very disappointed if we do not have Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns by WrestleMania. Because at this point, if The Rock is not coming back to wrestle Roman at WrestleMania, because, probably not going to be any fans yet, who knows, I still, again, will be very disappointed. Because this is the prime, best opportunity you could have. Did I think it was that way in 2018 when last year whenever we had that feud with Bryan, Eric Rowan, rest in peace, John Huber, Luke Harper, and all of them. Yes, I thought they were going to do it then. Of course, Bryan would have been the heel, Reigns been the face. But this time, with the dynamics correct, heck yes. Do not pass up on this. I repeat, WWE, do not pass up on this. If Bryan does not win the Rumble, it better be someone who's going to be challenging for the WWE title. But quite frankly, with the story being told here, I think Daniel Bryan should be winning the 2021 Rumble and facing Roman Reigns at Mania. Either way, again, those two have to have that match before WrestleMania. If you have something bigger planned for Roman Reigns, not him and Goldberg at Mania, you have some bigger plan for Reigns, like him and Rock, him and Keith Lee, him and Big E, which probably not now since Big E, well, don't want to get too far ahead of it. Again, Daniel Bryan should be challenging Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. Do it. And have him get that by winning the Rumble. This is when Bryan announced he's entering the 2021 Royal Rumble anyways. Sammy's still cranky backstage about having to defend the title tonight and blaming Daniel Bryan for claiming he must have stooged to management. He storms off, then Bryan cracks a lame joke about how Sami Zayn must have not gotten a PS5 for Christmas. And then we have our main event. Big E versus Sami Zayn in a lumberjack match for the Intercontinental Championship. So why is this a lumberjack match? Because Sami Zayn, the master strategist, of course, has been playing the mind games and him winning his matches. Is he wrestling though, actually? Yes, he's doing that. But he's at least playing some good mind games. So obviously this is all to prevent that. And this match was good. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was still good. Told the story it needed to tell. Big splash on the apron. And then Sammy hit another one to take a Tope Conjuro to take out Big E as some lumberjacks were getting involved in the match. Big rock bomb in a corner for 2. A sunset flip powerbomb. We got that as well. Suicide spear with that vicious spear that Big E does through the ropes. Also, I gotta say about Big E, gotta give him some credit here. He had new ring attire in this match, and I kept saying, Big E has to, move on from the New Day gimmick. Again, like I said, when he was getting his singles run before they officially split up him and New Day, going to different brands, I liked how they were again just slowly fading Big E away from his goofy gimmick. And then for a few weeks I thought they were starting to have him still stick with that New Day gimmick, but they're starting to shed it off again. Again, the theme music is awesome. Bring back the chalk and his entrance was great. And the new attire, I'm like, keep on, just grooming Big E. And then, of course, in the midst of any chaos beyond the Lumberjacks, Sami Zayn tried to escape. But then Apollo Crews runs him down and brings him back, and Big E was waiting. He hits a belly-to-belly suplex, and he didn't rip off the straps like he used to, but then hits the big ending, and he wins the Intercontinental Championship for the second time. Again, the first time he's won a singles title since he won the IC title back in late 2013, I believe it was, when he beat Curtis Axel. I think it was either Hell in a Cell or Survivor Series. He won the IC title off of Axel. And I thought he had a good run as IC champion. And then when he lost it, he got struck to obscurity. But like I said, this is that chance again. Give Big E that singles push. This is a world champion caliber wrestler. He's big, he's quick, he's explosive, he can talk. Do it right with Big E here. And him getting the IC title is the first step for sure in making him a great single star. And again, as I said before, keep wearing off the New Day gimmick on him. Get more of that serious Big E side. And then we'll see what we got for Mania, because he deserves a great match at Mania for sure. A singles match, that is. But we'll see, of course, what happens. And that, my friends, that's SmackDown. I'm giving the show a B+. Again, I thought this was a very good show. Deserved the ratings. They got to keep doing stuff like this, though. Hopefully they can keep it up. I'm not going to guarantee they can keep up the ratings. But we'll have to wait and see what happens next week. We got a lot of people in the live chat. Let's see who we got here. What's up, Mark? Wonder what Seth Rollins is going to be doing. Yeah, it was announced that Seth Rollins is returning next Friday on the first SmackDown of the new year. So we'll see what happens. Again, like I said before, if they are going to do Roman and Bryan at Mania, maybe a feud to do in between Rumble and Mania is Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan. Because like I said, this year could be... I'm predicting Bryan... I mean, the thing is, though, is Bryan does have his foot in the door with creative in WWE, so he could just stay, but hearing about Bryan, I still think from the rumors have it, I still think when Bryan's contract expires, I think in September this year, I think it was, I think he should, do like a brief appearances and back on the indies in like England, in Japan, in ROH. Even if he wants to do a quick program in AEW or something like that, that'd be awesome too. I still think Bryan should go on like one last, big tour. And if he wants to come back and work for creative in WWE, back behind the scenes, cool. But I think that's the proper... I mean, again, this is the guy who freaking met his wife, and a lot more happened for him in this company also. But again, the name he made on the indies, and then of course the friends he made on the indies, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually wanted to go into the indies, for one last quick run for a year or so, before he retires. But I do think the end is near for Bryan's career. Let me see here. And Elite Squad, what's up, saying rest in peace to Brody Lee, as everyone else is mentioning. Again, make sure to check out my video for my thoughts on that. Some of those lower decks didn't make sense because some of them are on Raw. Yeah, that's the thing. I did see a couple members of the Lucha House Party was there. I saw Drew Gulak there. I don't know why those are there. Oh, and Akira Tozawa was there. How can I forget the Ninja? That weird ass stuff. But for sure, all that. Could Jey Uso go after the IC title now? Not opposed to that one. Not opposed to Big E and Jey Uso. Not opposed to that at all. They should just send Aleister Black and Lars Sullivan back to NXT if they don't have anything for them. Oh, especially Aleister. Aleister, I heard rumors of, did ask to go back to NXT and they turned it down. If you're going to change his theme music, change his character, and didn't do absolutely nothing with him, I honestly think Aleister Black may be out the door. I can see them releasing Black. If they release Zelina, they may get Black next. And if that happens, fine by me, because they literally just like that, just cut his wheels off just like that. Got that, the viewership. No offense to them, but this is completely stupid. Every time Raw has low ratings, they always got to bring in the old guys. Oh yeah, definitely. That's why we're having the Legends Night on Raw. Not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. The story with Daniel Bryan writes itself, that's for sure. I hope they keep the title on Big E for a while. They better. What's up, baby? Mario 1130. Big E is the new IC champion. How about Big E versus Keith Lee? Which would be an awesome match, I definitely would say. They're on opposing brands, but would be awesome. I think it was Alex, pitched this idea, though. What if they did Big E and Kofi at Mania? I get it, it's a Raw versus SmackDown match, but with some actual history there. And what he laid out, it could work. Maybe, they eliminate, Woods and Kofi team up to eliminate Big E or something in the Rumble, or Big E eliminates them. And again, they play on, and again, this is not my idea. This was just Alex's idea. What if they basically have the story where it's Big E is letting go of the New Day gimmick of being him, but Kofi and Xavier having the hard time leads to a match with Kofi and Big E at Mania. Maybe. That could be possible. And then Mark gives SmackDown a C. Again, I gave it a B+, but you guys give it whatever grade you'd like to give it. And with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for my review of SmackDown. I'm actually not going to be home most of the day tomorrow. I end up getting some last minute but very exciting plans for tomorrow. So I'm probably not going to be home most of the day. As of now, because my plans for this coming week are very, very up in the air. I'm supposed to be going to visit my sister for New Year's. But the thing is I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be getting off work on New Year's Eve or not. I'm definitely off New Year's Day. So I could either be leaving for my sister's, depends on, again, if I do get off Thursday or not. I could be leaving either right after work on Wednesday. I could be leaving right on New Year's Eve morning. If not, I'd be leaving New Year's Day morning. So because of that, for now, unless things change and like the weather gets bad and I can't travel, for now, I am gonna say that Tuesday night's probably gonna be my last stream for the year. I'm gonna do my Raw review, and I'm gonna do my end of the year, recap, review as well on Tuesday night. Because I just had no time this month, and I was just burned out with so much crap this month. But I do in January want to try to do like my end of the year videos, is like my any predictions for 2021, or any best and worst streams. I'm trying to do those in January because I'm going to have more time. I'm not going to be as burned out. It's going to be slower with work. But of course, once the holidays are completely over, again, I'm also going to get back on the hunt for my first apartment, as I've been telling you guys about as well. So yeah. So again, that's the plan as of now. Tuesday night's going to be my last videos for the year, unless if something happens that I don't leave to go visit my sister as early as I was hoping to. Again, we'll have to wait and see. So guys, again, that's that. Again, probably don't expect. Maybe if I get time to get my Harry Potter Let's Plays in, cool. But again, if not, don't expect another video from me till Tuesday, and then after that, don't expect one until probably next weekend into the new year. But I promise you guys, that first week of January, we're gonna get some things back on track here, and so what? I know I made a video recently where I said things may have to change, but like I said, may just be because of what happened with work this month and how burned out I felt with the product. But we'll have to wait and see. But guys, again, that's my thoughts on SmackDown tonight and my plans for the upcoming week. So what were your thoughts, guys, on SmackDown? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe to my channel. And follow me on Twitter at TheBadAirboy93. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. Have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas holidays, guys. Peace out, everybody.